All right, good morning, 6:30, Friday, May 28th. Welcome in for another safety focus of the week. As you can see, our vaccination count is looking really strong, and looks like we're going to shatter all the goals that Governor Scott put in place for that July 4th. We're kind of anticipating maybe early to mid-June. We're going to see pretty much all of the restrictions lifted in the state of Vermont is what we're hearing. So exciting things. Keep up the good work. Again, enjoy the long weekend. But if there is a close contact, a known close contact of a positive COVID test, just give me a call so we can start up our proper protocols just moving forward. So just give me a call if there's any COVID. Sorry, got some back feed here. Any COVID questions? This week's code of conduct is drive safely, defensively, and courteously. So it's a very, very, very important code item that we have. It's a huge exposure for us, the amount of miles that we're putting on, especially all the distance that we're going all the way down to Sharon each and every day, Montpelier, Derby, driving Dorset, all down 7. So a lot of driving that we're doing. So remember just to take your time, good following distance. We are seeing an uptick in accidents in the state of Vermont, a couple of head-on collisions that occurred this week, a couple of fatalities. So it's very important to really focus in on focus in on your driving. Try not to be distracted with texting and driving or taking phone calls if you're not hands-free. So please follow this code item religiously in the next couple weeks to come. So 4 days without a recordable injury. We had our first recordable of 2021 that was reported on Monday. It was a working on uneven terrain, an ankle injury that resulted in medical treatment above and beyond first aid. So the safety topic that we're going to talk about this week is kind of correlates to the injury that we had on one of our projects. So working surfaces and injury prevention, it's really becoming one of our most at risks and really target exposures for us is to try to eliminate our exposure or reduce our exposures as much as we can on these types of situations when it's getting in and out of our trenching, working in our trenches, working on and off our trailers, on and off our equipment, our bridges, access to our bridges, and scaffolding and planking situations. Those are where we're starting to see some of these soft tissue injuries such as shoulders, knees, ankles, wrists, and back. And a lot of it, it's quick exposure, but it's prolonged because of the amount of frequency that we have in these situations are resulting to some of these accidents. So what we can do ahead of time is try to make these situations a little bit safer by just trying to reduce any of the uneven terrain as much as possible. So here's a couple examples of some ongoing projects that we have that are some pretty good means of egress in uneven terrain situations that we're controlling. The trench box that we're utilizing with a ladder and a couple different ladder access in and out of our trench box, using 3 points of contact, getting on and off our ladders, getting in and out of our trench. And then down in Essex, we have a one-on-one and even, 1.5 and even slope back even further in a couple areas to have really good access down into this good size excavation in Essex. That's what we want to try to do, is maintain really good access to our workspaces so we don't have any slip and falls or really any ankle breakers as we're trying to lift heavy construction materials down into our trench or excavation. Again, on our trailers, we have a bunch of different trailer ladders that we can utilize as we're getting up and down on and working on some of these grout plant trailers. Anything that we can do to try to eliminate overstepping, overreaching, working on a trailer. Let's take advantage and get what we need and have the proper setup for working on our trailers. And just a quick thing on equipment, this is in all operating handbooks or the equipment operator manuals, is never jump on and off our equipment, or never mount or dismount and moving equipment. You know, be careful of slippery conditions on platforms, steps, and handrails when leaving machinery. You know, always face your ladder and maintain 3 points of contact. So again, don't overextend yourself. Don't jump off elevated platform, because that's the wear and tear that, you know, Amy has been talking about in our wellness series. That's what's gonna do with some of these soft tissue injuries. And then again, as our bridges, this is down in Sharon. Yesterday we had a site visit with Project WorkSafe. It went really well. There's a couple little things that we did to make our site that much more safe. Is all of our access and egress to and off the bridge we have to go down a very steep embankment and then jump onto our scaffolding system to get onto the bridge. So we kind of added these handrails that you see here, the 2x4. So it's kind of a nice little handrail egress to avoid any slip and trip on kind of this embankment to then get onto our scaffolding. So it's a little nice site improvement for safety that Phil did for the crew, because of the frequency, again, of going to the job trailer, going for break, going to the bathroom. You know, it's just that frequency is what gets us in these up and down situations. And then lastly is that scaffolding and planking. Again, we want to just make sure everything is fully decked as much as possible, nailed down, easy access as much as we can to this, because again, it's that up and down that type of frequency gets us. And then on the right here, this is something that Alec and Ken Allard did on the Essex job. Instead of climbing up and over the culvert, they got a piece of I-beam and through some guardrails, so we have a nice easy access to both sides of the culvert for our working environment. So that's a really good job of kind of forward thinking, being proactive, and making it really easy to get from point A to point B safely and soundly on our projects. So those are the type of things that we're really trying to focus on, because those are the type of injuries that we're having here at ECI, is setting up our job site as safe as possible with just some of these small little tips and tricks that we can do to make sure that we go home safe and sound each and every day. If there's any projects that you want health and safety to come take a look at, if you have any issues with egress, just let us know. We'll come down and try to help you, even spend some time setting it up on your site. With that said, I'll pass it over to Ken for the rest of our presentation this morning.
Okay, thanks, Matt. Great examples on the pictures there. Okay, I'm going to share. You're going to have me share my screen. I just have to.
Yeah, just had to find you. Sorry. There you are.
Okay. Show my screen. Okay, you should see that.
We do, Ken.
Okay, good. Oops, is it still on there?
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right, I lost it on my screen anyway. For some reason, I'm trying to advance the slide here.
But we just lost it.
Yeah, I did too. Let me see here. Let me try to open it again. Okay, I'll just open it from my email. Okay, see that?
We do.
Okay. All right, so injury prevention and work surfaces today. And for announcements, of course, Monday is Memorial Day, so we have a long weekend. The ECI offices are closed on Monday. So there's a few things to keep in mind. One is to please secure your job site to protect the public and to prevent theft and vandalism, which seems to happen more often on long weekends. And then please submit your time card entries by 6 a.m. on Tuesday so that they can get processed by the accounting department. And again, we're still in the 9-week healthcare premium holidays coming to a close here in a couple weeks. still have the link here to the ECI Primary Wellness Program. I know that a few more people have joined up and have actually brought some pretty good benefits to those people who weren't aware of certain situations that became important. So it's a great way to stay healthy. For the weather outlook, just for the long weekend, it looks like a little bit of rain possible, but nothing too serious, and some cooler temperatures. So for securing your job site, shouldn't have to deal with any extreme weather events or rain events. And the COVID policies we're looking forward for them to be almost totally relaxed. So the attached link below is a current plan that we're following, and we'll look forward to new plans in the coming weeks. So for this week, we're profiling the Vermont National Guard Fallen Heroes Memorial at Camp Johnson in Colchester. Certainly this is the right weekend to profile this project here, the right day. And ECI is contracted with the Vermont National Guard to relocate and make improvements to the Fallen Heroes Memorial. The memorial was originally built within the gates of the Camp Johnson military complex and has been increasingly difficult for visitor access because of the security issues. The memorial is now located outside of the security gate at the Route 15 entrance. So our project was to relocate it. And our project started back in late fall, and I mean pretty late fall, and was completed this spring in anticipation of the Memorial Day observance, which was combined with a reopening earlier today or yesterday when the email went out. And ECI pushed hard to get the memorial ready with the final touches of pavers, landscaping, pavement, and a lot of other things. So it was a good push. It was a pretty challenging deadline, really, to have everything looking nice and grass growing and everything. And so these lower photos, the lower photos will show the ceremony, and some of the earlier photos here will show the project going on. This is the plan, and you can see it highlighted in the blue line. There is a new location and a new fence. So the fence actually got jogged in, and the old memorial is further to the left, and it's just essentially the same general footprint of the memorial with a little bit different arrangement in some landscaping and a parking lot and the fence relocation, of course. This was what it was like back on November 19th before we started, and we carefully logged all the locations of all the bricks so we could put them back or have our subcontractor put them back in the right place. And the same with the granite and the statues and everything, and the wall. And then, of course, taking apart and processing the bricks and organizing them and storing them was done earlier this year, as well as a demo of the old site. And then reconstruction of the wall on our new concrete foundation. This is actually, I don't know if this is going in or out here. I'm not sure, but that's the end granite plaque. And then this is the partially rebuilt back earlier this spring. And gradually we got the bricks and the landscaping in place. All early in the spring season, when you're hoping things will grow quickly and get the time there, get it done soon enough so that the grass and everything grows at the right time. We had quite a bit of pavement for the parking lot. And then finally got it all put together. And then we attended, several ECI people, as you'll see later in the photos, attended the ceremony. That's let's see, it looks like the Lieutenant Governor, Molly Gray, Jim Douglas, former governor. Not sure who the soldiers saluting. Then there's Governor Douglas, and then the Adjutant General, and then the color guard presenting the wreath to at the memorial. This is an image of the plaque for our former employee, Kevin Sheehan, who was killed in action May 25th, 2004 in Iraq. And then this was during the ceremony. There was a flyover. It was a very tearful and proud moment. The taps were playing, and the rifleman shot off the volley of 3 rounds, and then the jets flew over. So it's pretty emotional. This is the brick that was donated by ECI colleagues of Kevin when the memorial was first constructed. And this is the governor here with some of the ECI guys, the ECI team, minus Alberta. Alberta was taking the picture. We should have had someone else take the picture. And here is the picture that I think is awesome. Here's the part of our construction team that did the job, and there's Heather Sheehan right in front of the guys with the yellow rose. She's a Gold Star family survivor of Kevin, and then the rest of us, and kind of standing around the memorial, which is the classic, the helmet, the boots, the rifle means is a symbol of the fallen soldier. So great picture. It was great to see Heather. And then from the photo archives, I have a picture of Kevin on his official Vermont National Guard photo. And we certainly miss him, and we have just feeling of great pride, but also sadness that he was killed in action. So attached also, I have an obit from Kevin's obituary. So I hope everyone has a safe and good holiday weekend, and remember to think about our fallen heroes. It's what it's all about. I'll turn it over to Matt.
Thank you, Ken. And thank you for everyone that joining us this morning. If you did watch it with a fellow worker, fellow employee, will you please just send me a message of who you watch it with, so we have a good capture of this morning's attendance. Happy Memorial Day weekend all. Let's be safe today, drive safely and defensively out there, and be safe.